What's going on, gamers? Today we're back with a little bit more Rumbleverse. Today I'm going to be going over the priority in which the skills and abilities work in order to get the best out of them, which ones you should be looking out for in order to kind of gain an advantage over your opponents. If that interests you, it's coming up next. Welcome back everybody. Today we're going to be taking a little look at the priority list in order to work out what's going to be in your favour when you're doing your moves and what should beat what when you're against other opponents and such. As always, if this helps you out, then a like would be super appreciated, and if you'd like to become a member of the channel, then why not hit that subscribe and bell icon, or follow me over on Twitter. Now I'm sure a lot of people will already know this, so if you understand how the priority list works and what moves beat what, then you may well want to give this video a skip. But if you want to try and get a bit of an advantage over your opponents and know exactly what's going on in Rumbleverse, then it may well be worth sticking around. Right, so today I will be joined by my lovely assistant, and that's this person right here, Silk and Cheese.
Hey, how you doing?
Don't worry, his family aren't savages, that's just his gamer tag, but we'll be going over some of the skills and some of the moves that you'll be using and showing you which moves will beat some other moves in order to get the best out of them. So first off, if you don't have a clue what the priority list is, if you press your start button, just on the left hand side there, it's giving you the attack priorities. Think of this very much like kind of rock, paper, scissors. At the very bottom is your basic vicious. This is going to be beaten by everything that's above it. Special vicious, basic, special, weapon, power, super, all of those are going to be beating your basic vicious. Definitely doesn't make them worthless however, as they do a lot of damage. Some of the skills and such will also come into this. But as you can see, as you go up the list, the higher up it is, the better it is. Also, two of the same ones cancel each other out. So if you're using two power attacks, they're both going to cancel each other out. Same for your supers, same for your specials, they each cancel each other out when you're using the exact same move. Also, your abilities and such are based on some of these categories as well. So for example, if we go over to the books here, if you have a little look, that's just a normal ability because it hasn't got anything written on it. Whereas if I bopped all the way along, this one has a vicious. So now you know, if you look on the ability list, because it's vicious, it's going to be the second one up. So if there's a special strike one, that will beat this one in a battle, which I'm going to show you now. Right, so I'm going to be grabbing this one right here, the Diamond Crusher, which is a vicious high damage one. I'm going to pick that up, I'm going to learn it, and then my friend is going to pick up one of the standard ones. So he will pick up the Omega Cyclone just here. Now what we're going to do is use the skill at the same time, and his one should be at mine, unless things go really wrong. As you can see there, we both used our moves and I got a complete pasting. All of these ones just here that haven't actually got that on, so haven't got the vicious attack, are classed as standard strikes for your specials. They will all beat out any of the ones that are vicious, but the vicious ones usually have certain things that you'll want them for. For example, they're a launcher, higher damage, anything along those lines. So now what I'm going to show you is the complete opposite way round if I pick up any of these standard specials. So I'm going to take this one just here, a Cosmo Shot. I'm going to pick this one up and learn it. And now I'm going to get my pal to use a vicious one. So he'll pick up a Giant Swing. Now what I'm going to do, exactly the same again, I'm going to show you that now I will take priority. Because again, if we look at the list, because he's got on a special vicious and I'm just going to be using one that's a special strike, I will supersede his because I'm further up the list. As you could see there, he actually activated his quite a bit before mine. I managed to make it hit before he connected, luckily enough, but because I used mine and he used his, mine supersedes his and I get the actual damage for it. Like I said, these ones are definitely worth having. The vicious ones definitely have their purpose, but you will get caught out if you're picking up two vicious ones, chucking them on your skill bar, and then that's the only thing you've got to fall back on, because if someone or a few people are attacking you, you might be in a bit of trouble. Also, just so you know, say for example we're using the standardized attacks, a weapon attack, as you can see, is very powerful in this. It's all the way up the top there. Just under your super, under your power is weapon attack, which makes weapon one of the most powerful things to use in the game. As you can see there, he activated his first. I gave him an absolute spanking. As you saw on that, you're going to want to activate it before they actually connect with you. If they connect their skill with you, then you pressing that button's not going to help because they've already got their skill move, or ability move off, should I say. Don't forget your power attacks are actually very high up the list as well. And they're basically like your jump attacks or your leap attacks. My friend's going to use one of the specials now, and I'm going to show you how this takes priority over it. As you can see, he's used his special, but this one supersedes it. There is a bit of timing involved. I cut out the bit where I got completely pummeled in the face a second ago, but overall just stick to that guide and you'll be pretty much golden in combat. One standard ability on that's not a vicious, just so that you're not all the way down the bottom there, and like I said, probably don't have two of the same. Right, one thing to note, there are going to be moves, and there's already one in place that does kind of go above and beyond. So they're going to come and drop kick me, which should again be all the way up the top because it's a power move, and I'm going to knock them straight out of it with a special move. As you can see there, that one basically was going to smash me in. Right, as you can see there, those were classed as clashes. Even though that one's all the way up with a power move and I'm just using one of my normal ability or my specials. That one at the moment is this one, I'm going past it. This one just here, your Omega Uppercut, high priority. Basically it goes above pretty much everything. The only thing that supersedes it at the moment is actually your proper super move up the top. Also, like I said, the vicious skills definitely have their place. For example, if you see here, a standard ability is going to net me nothing if somebody's blocking. However, if I grab them with a vicious attack, or I do one of my vicious abilities, I keep saying skills, then it's going to pierce straight through their block and it's going to knock them for 6. All of the standard strike ones just won't affect them. So don't think that vicious skills aren't worth having. I would honestly say they definitely have their place. And with a perfect setup, you'll probably have one standard strike and one vicious just to make sure you've got the best of both worlds. Well, you gamers, hopefully that's helped a few of you out. As always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, take care. I'll see you on the next day.